Hello and welcome to the second episode of my run through on Dark Souls. Got some interesting problems that came into this. So first of all, you'll note that I now have this character, which I was playing with, level 23. What? And then this character who's level 4. And I need to go ahead and explain what happened. I played for a second episode 2 nights ago. I was exhausted and I really did horribly. Just really dreadfully bad. Wasn't leveling up or anything. Wasn't making any progress. Just dying against every little thing. So I said, well, let me shut it down, stop the recording, erase the recording, and then I'll try again tomorrow night. And then last night, I was doing better, much better. Not great, but much better, and I beat the Gargoyles bosses, and I said, okay, this is a good place to stop for the night. I shut down the video, and then I went to go watch the recording to make sure that everything was alright, and for whatever reason, the capture software had cropped a huge section of the screen off for no reason whatsoever. So, I had three options. I could upload the video as it was. It was horrid because of how much was cropped. I could skip it and explain to you what you missed, or I could start a new character and level them up, beat the first boss and then get to the same point that I'd been at before, where I had 5,000 souls, and then I could continue on. That plan didn't quite work out, but it's for an interesting reason. If you look down in the corner, you can see I have 15,323 souls. And the reason for that is because right after I finished beating the Taurus demon, and I got done talking with Solaire, I got invaded by Dark Invader Simone. So I'm flop sweating. I've only been invaded twice. I lost the first one, so I didn't really have my hopes up because I have not leveled this character up at all. I'll even show you. See? 4, no extra stats, no nothing. Flop sweating. Just, oh god, what am I gonna do? So I go hide around a corner next to Solaire so that I can strap on some humanity, get ready for what could potentially be a really nasty fight. When I come out of the inventory, I suddenly have the Drake sword, and I'm like, what? I peer around the corner, and Simone is completely wrecking the Drake on the bridge. So I'm not jumping out. Heck no, I'm not jumping out. If they're killing the dragon, there is no way I'm beating this invader. And after they kill the dragon and they go around the corner to open up the gate to the next section, they just went home. So, Simone, if you happen to see this video, I would just like to say that you are the most awesome invader that I've ever had. I've only had 2, but you are the best. And so, with that out of the way, now I can level up. And I'm going to put the vast majority of this into endurance, because the warrior class with starting equipment fat rolls by default, and I won't be able to fully address that right now, but I will at least be able to make some progress in preventing that from being a problem. Oh, so sweet. Just fantastic. I totally lucky that I got an invader who was willing to kill the Drake for me and give me all these extra souls, because otherwise I would not have these. Alright. So that's pretty good. I mean, that's really good for starting stats. Pretty lucky too. If you're curious, the other invader that I got was totally cheating. He wasn't blocking any of my attacks, and I was stabbing him for 2 and 4 points of damage, despite the fact that he wasn't wearing heavy armor or anything like that. And I finally got tired of his crap when he went in for a swing. For the first time in my entire life, I successfully parried and riposted and took off half of his health. And I was like, oh, yes, this is so good. And then he proceeded to use humanity to bring back all of his health. Every time that I got him close to dying, he just popped another humanity. So it became such a frustrating fight that I finally dodge rolled around him and then walked off a cliff. You know, it's like, I'm not even giving you the satisfaction of killing me. Forget it. It's not happening. Okay. So, you may think that what we're going to do is we're going to go on to the next boss fight, the gargoyles. And you would be wrong, because we're going to head back and we're going to pick up another shield. And we're going to exploit the master key that I got as my starting gift. All right, slight detour so I can maybe hopefully show off for once. Yeah, Spirit Guy, come here. Step away from your friend. There's no trap. It's perfectly safe. Nothing to worry about. You see that? Somebody's learning to parry. And I swear, this is the first time that I've been able to parry in any Dark Souls game. I've watched lots and lots of YouTubes of experts, and they will, like, parry everything all the time. But whenever I went to play, I just sucked at parrying. So, what you're seeing is literally me learning how to parry after multiple failed attempts. No. Sit down, sir. Oh, right in the face. I'm not particularly worried about Titanite shards just yet, because what'll probably end up happening is after I do all this other stuff, I'm gonna make that the end of the episode, and then I'm gonna grind a little bit to buy Titanite shards from Andre, and then upgrade my weapons then. And I mean, that's one of the things that I'm kind of glad that I've realized I can cut out of a stream. Nobody wants to see me grind for 10,000 souls to upgrade a Drake's sword. Oh, poop. Oh, poop. Whole lot of tink going on. Okay. Still got the axe guy left. And firebomb guy. But it's okay. It's all good. Oh. So, but yeah, what I was saying is, one of the reasons why I was, like, kind of opposed to streaming is because whenever I was playing these games and I was doing my grinding for equipment or for a couple of extra levels, I was always going, man, this is so boring. Who would want to watch me do this? And then I started watching some YouTubers who they would say, welcome back to this episode. In the time in between the last episode, I ground out 5 levels and then bought this item from the shop. And I'm like, wait, I don't have to show everything. I can skip the grinding and then get to the exciting bits. That's not too bad of an idea to me. So, as I said, what we're going to do for this particular trip is we're going to go grab some extra stuff. I mean, we could do it later, but, you know, we can also do it now. So, now it's good. Not really going to have much use for him, because until later I won't have enough faith. And I'm not really fond of cleric spells. They just take way too long to cast. There's an item I will never use. And I'm not opposed to being invaded now that I'm online. But just can't see myself invading anybody else. It is a shame, though, that both of the times that I've been invaded, I wasn't recording, so there's no way that anybody gets to appreciate that. Right. Oh, poop. Gotta back up and build up stamina. Okay. Okay, I totally should have had my shield up for that. I don't know why I didn't. Woohoo! Oh, crap. Crap. Okay, there's one. So there's that. These skeletons are really hard in the early levels. One of the things that I think is most frustrating is, for as much difficulty as they offer, they're not very good reward. Oh, God. Okay, that sucks. Ah, come on, dodge roll, chick. He's all set to parry. I'm gonna parry you. No, you're not. I'm not gonna fall for that. Okay. Not going for the nice weapons over there just yet. I'm just here for the easy loot over here. I'm not even going for that over there because, as I said, I'm not nearly strong enough to handle skeletons. and it's not really worth it for 50 souls. It's a huge pain in the butt, really. So, while we're getting ready to head off to the next destination, I want to talk about Code Vein. Initially very, very hyped for Code Vein. It was saying all the right things. The director worked on God Eater and God Eater 2, which I really liked. I liked both of those games. One more than two, but still definitely thought they were both really good. And the director said, Code Vein is my attempt to do Dark Souls type combat, but with an anime style plot. I love anime, so I'm like, yes, this is relevant to my interest. Tell me more. And they're like, you can customize your character and make them look however you want. You can give them their own special superpowers. It's a story about vampires in a post-apocalyptic world where everybody who survived the apocalypse became, or almost everybody who survived the apocalypse became vampires to survive in this environment, and in the process they've all lost their memories, so nobody really remembers what happened. So yeah, it sounds like a really, really intriguing story, and a lot of the plot is in uncovering what happened in the past and trying to find a way to feed and survive in a world where there isn't a whole lot of blood left. All the enemies are vampires who have starved to the point that they mutated and became these huge, hideous monsters. Again, totally fascinating stuff. IGN did a video where they were showing the like 17 minutes of the game. I don't want to say the first 17 minutes, it's just a random 17 minutes. It's like you don't have to worry about being a magic user because all vampires have gifts, vampiric gifts. If you want to have a companion who's going to help you out in combat, you can choose from several. If you want to solo it, you can solo it. It just sounds really, really good. And then they got to the first boss fight reveal, and he's a teleporter boss. I don't want to say this is a deal killer for me, because obviously, you know, I've played games with teleporting bosses. Even within the Dark Souls series, there's Lothric and Lorien. But I don't really like teleporting bosses. I think it makes for a fairly cheap fight when... and even here in Dark Souls, there's Gwendolyn, you know, the Dark Sun Gwendolyn, that you manage to dodge all of these ridiculously overpowered attacks, and you finally move up from one pillar to the next, and you get close enough to take a swing, and Gwendolyn teleports away, and you get bubkiss. And this can go on for a long time. It's frustrating. I don't like that type of boss fight. So, I mean, and that's going to be something I'm going to have to watch out for before I can buy Code Vein. I'm going to basically end up having to YouTube it and see how many of the bosses use cheap tactics like that. Because if it's only one or two, you know, every once in a while, here's a boss that teleports and the rest use some, you know, standard boss patterns, then that's cool. That's fine. But if a whole bunch of them use teleporting, that could end up being a deal killer for me. Alright, and I am totally gonna cheese the zombie dragon here. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna totally cheese this fight, so this is gonna end up being slightly boring. And for that I apologize, but I am not going over there to have that dragon vomit poison on me. It is just not going to happen. So if you want to fast forward through this, feel free. I won't mind at all. By the way, this is another frequent trend you're going to see with me. If there's a really tough enemy in the game who I know there's a way to cheese it and not actually have to do it legitimate, I'm going to cheese it. But using this method, I can get the first dragon scale for the Drake Sword. And if I hadn't have gotten the assist from Simone, the Dark Invader, I would have used pretty much the same strategy for getting the Drake Sword. I'll go stand under the bridge and shoot the tail, and just rinse and repeat until I cut the tail off. Doesn't make for exciting watching, but you know, it's easy. Dark Souls on easy mode. The thing about the Drake Sword is, aside from being super heavy, the upgrade costs are astounding. Like, it's 10,000 souls to upgrade it. Just huge pain in the butt to grind for that many souls, and I've done it a couple of times in other playthroughs, and also with the other character, the Zoe underscore E underscore W character. I'm conflicted about what I'm going to do going forward, whether I'm going to use this character for the stream or whether I'm going to use the proper character for this stream. I guess I'll have to decide on that tomorrow. And hopefully I won't have any more technical difficulties, but if I do, I at least have a backup character that I can jump in, bring it somewhat close to the same place where I stopped the previous episode, and you don't miss out on anything. And that's important to me. I mean, you know, I'm new at this, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I care about you being able to see as much of the game as possible. So if a recording botches a boss fight so that you don't get to see that, then I've got to find some sort of way to ensure that I can still show you that boss fight. And by the way, I'm really not looking forward to the Gargoyles fight because I whiffed that one multiple times with the other character before finally managing to squeak by with a sliver of health. And that was with summoning Solaire. Trying to solo it, the biggest problem is that I just cannot seem to dodge the second gargoyle's fire attack, so it becomes a juggle. I get hit by the fire, I go down, the first gargoyle hits me with the axe, and before I've even had a chance to recover, the second one blows fire. Boom, fight's over, I'm dead. So, about the only way that I've been able to successfully do that with any character besides the sorcerer is to send in Solaire and have him serve as a distraction, so while they're both kicking his butt, I can sneak in some hits from the back, take the second gargoyle down, and then work on the first one. Not entirely sure if we're going to get to that fight on this particular recording, because there's a couple of extra things that I want to do before I get to that point. And this is just going to eat up a whole bunch of time on this recording. Again, I apologize. I know it's not very exciting to watch. But hey, if you were ever wondering, man, how do I beat that zombie dragon? He just vomits poison all over the place, and he beats me down with just a couple of hits. This is the way to do it. Just stand off to the side and poke him in the paw with arrows. And if you're curious, oh, well, why not do headshots? Because headshots don't do any additional damage on this dragon. So, yeah, there you go. Just go for the closest limb, because it all does the same damage. And down goes the champ. There's my dragon scale. Okay. And the whole reason why I'm over here is to pick up this Astora's straight sword. It's a blessed sword. After I get enough faith on, that'll let me kill the skeletons in the catacombs, and they won't resurrect. The shield is also really good, but I will hold off on using that because, again, I'm still fat rolling right now, and I don't want to add too much more weight until I've had a chance to upgrade my endurance. One thing I do like about the first Dark Souls game as opposed to the second and third is that endurance upgrades your stamina and your equip load, whereas in the other games, equip load is a separate stat from stamina, so you end up being able to accomplish two vitally important tasks fairly easily with the first game, by just putting points into one stat. Okay. Okie dokie. So now I can put a couple more points into endurance. I actually won't put points into the other stats until I reach the point that I'm no longer fat rolling. And now for some people it's not that big of a deal, but it really bothers me when I need to be fast, and yet even with starting equipment I'm doing that, and it was much more pronounced before. This time around when I took the Taurus Demon boss fight, I actually stripped down to everything but the pants so that I could fast roll. It's risky, but it's worth it for being able to just roll and run as fast as I can. Actually, I think at this point I do have some souls that I can pop, maybe get one more level in endurance before I make my way back. Do I have anything else? Yes, I do. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to level up at least once more off of this. Maybe twice. Lace-eye. Still fat rolling. Just so frustrating that the starting equipment, a leather outfit, is so very heavy that I mean, you really have to just level up and level up and level up your equip load before you get past this, in my opinion, is a huge handicap. Yeah, okay. I was gonna try and parry him. That didn't work out. There we go. Ha 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 ha. I really like this guy. He's just such a wonderful person, really. So wonderful. Okay. I don't even know what happened with the camera there. Okay. What? I have never seen a rat dodge before. That's really something. Woohoo! It's a parry palooza. Really glad that I started learning how to parry, because it really is one of the most satisfying things. You know, some dude is kicking my butt, and then I pull off a sweet parry and stab him in the gut. That said, these guys can be pretty hard to parry sometimes because they've got so many different patterns. Sometimes they'll go for a long draw, or they'll go for a flurry of attacks. So you can't always predict what they're going to do. Okay, I probably should have dodge rolled that one. Can I level up? Yes, I can. I'm going to take the bottom path. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, because the Drake is dead. I didn't kill him. It wasn't me. I'm not like totally skillful or anything. It was Simone. Thank you, Simone. Okay, and over here we have sad zombies being sad. I will relieve them of their sadness. They are no longer sad. Okay. Now, Mecha Pig I'm a little worried about. I'll be honest. I don't like that guy. In fact, I'm playing it a little safe because if I have to heal up from Mecha Pig's attacks, I want options. Okay, let's see if we can get Mecha Pig to run through the fire. Now, can't see a damn thing here. That's encouraging. And he's stuck. Oh good, I freed him. I was so worried about Mecha Pig and whether or not he was going to be able to get himself freed. Like, Mecha Zoe loves all the Mecha Pigs. I might go ahead and take care of those archers first. Ow. And he's just gonna completely ignore what I'm doing. That's nice. That's nice. Come on, buddy. Oh my god. And the arrows fire right through him. I love it. Would you just go already, please? Oh, god damn it. Really? And that's why I hate those guys. Because they will just wander back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And it's like, would you just go already? Alright. Now let's take care of these archers. Alrighty then. Hello. Oh, that was not good. No. No, why? Why did I do that? I rolled to the left. Now the camera is just totally gonna screw me over. I cannot see anything. I cannot see a fucking thing. Yeah. Yeah. Could not see a fucking thing. And somebody didn't sit down at the bonfire. Typical. Oh boy. I mean, okay, part of it's probably my fault because I'm impatient and I'm like, would you just go already? Can we please get this over with? Yeah, still coming. Okay. Yeah, that's one frustration that I have with this game and with the second one, is that it's like, you know, Dodge roll direction is really just a suggestion. It's not actually... It doesn't work the way you think it should. You can press dodge roll right, you'll dodge roll back. Dodge roll back, you'll dodge roll forward. Doesn't make sense? Not really, no. Don't worry about it. I don't even really know why I'm trying to kill Mecha Pig, because I am never, ever, ever going to use that helmet. But... what the heck? Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then there's this guy here. Okay. Okay. And unless I'm mistaken, I think that means now Mecha Pig is alone. And that can all... Toro! Toro! Yeah, very much a fan of letting him murderize himself instead of me having to do it. Once again, if there's a way to cheese it, I'm gonna cheese it. I will free you, Mecha Pig. Free Mecha Pig. The movie. And he drops nothing. Because, haha, you were expecting something. I've actually had a run where I fought or killed all 3 of the Mecha Pigs and didn't get the helmet. Again, not that I'd ever use it, but you know, it's Kind of nice to have it for the whole bragging rights thing. I am so not falling for this trap. Other traps, yes, but not this one. I will be rescuing Lotric, but I'll be murdering him shortly thereafter. I don't really feel he's all that useful in the fight against the Gaping Dragon, and really, Lotric is like a huge douche. I mean, if you've never played the game and you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'll try to keep that spoiler free. But yeah, just trust me, he's a douche. And not really all that helpful in the few fights you can summon him in. He's pretty much brain dead, and like even the most obvious tell that a boss is about to attack, he can't do anything about it. He'll just continue to whack away on him until they kill him. And one of the downsides to summoning NPCs for any boss fight is they will give the boss more health for each NPC that you summon, or even for each player that you summon. So yeah, I don't really feel like it's all that useful. Alright, I am not going to go after the Balder Knight this time around. I don't really like the Balder Knights. During the early parts of the game, they can be a huge pain in my butt. Case in point. Oh God! That has never happened before. I'm usually able to pull off some pretty sweet moves, just like completely run between all of them. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here, and then oh, you prick. What? Okay, I might have to play it a little more safe this time around. It's just, I really hate this section. Like, a lot. Alright, let's see if y'all guys will let me run past you this time. Yay! Yeah, right. Go ahead and rest. And then go talk to Onion Head. It's Sigmire of Katarina. Oh!
Forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge. No matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak. Still closed. Still closed. In
the third game, there's Sigvard of Katarina, who I think is the same voice actor, and they both serve pretty much the same purpose in both games. But I like Sigvard a little bit more than Sigmire. They're both incompetent, but Sigvard is incompetent with style. Okay, let's see if I have any other soul items to use. Doesn't look like it. So I'll just go down here and buy 3 Titanite shards from Andre.
You must be a new arrival. If it requires me.
No, not repair. Okay, and that's enough for me to get 2 levels on my sword.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Okay. Now, the thing is I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to take the little mini boss here with just these upgrades. Probably can. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't remember what he's called. I think like Cleric Knight or something. I just call him a huge pain in the butt. Oh, well, there's one free Titanite shard. And our little battlefield is open for me to use. And here he is. Man, this guy. Yeah, I always fall for that one, and that's why this guy is a huge pain in the butt for me, because he's got a couple of moves that I should see them coming, and yet, strangely enough, I don't. Okay, that was actually pretty good. And there's another Titanite shard, so I can go ahead and level up my weapon one more time. That's not too shabby.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged?
Uh-huh. Come to think of it, I can afford to do it again. Just need to purchase...
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Okay, so I'm gonna unlock the shortcut to Firelink Shrine, and then I'm gonna come back around and rescue Lautrec, and that's probably gonna be the end of this video because there's a very good chance that even with the weapon upgrades, I'm still gonna get my butt handed to me by the gargoyles multiple times. That may end up taking up the better part of an episode by itself. Unless I'm really lucky. It's funny, I beat the Gargoyles boss on my first try with my first character, who was, I want to say, an assassin. I know Dark Souls with Sorcerers, easy mode, and you're not supposed to do that as your first character, so I haven't done Sorcerer with any of the games on my first run. It's only after I beat the game the first time through that I start whipping out magic. And when it comes to 2, I would agree that the sorcerer and the magic is Dark Souls easy mode, because you get to use the binoculars to snipe enemies from a long way away. But on 1 and 3, sometimes the camera lock doesn't work out, and so you can't really cast reliably. Pyromancies are extremely short range. The cleric spells have an extremely long cast time, and all the way around there's the big problem of well, at least in the first game, there's the problem of you need to buy duplicates, otherwise you don't have that many uses for magic. So you still need a weapon, you still need to fight physically. So it's not quite as easy as Dark Souls 2, where, you know, after just a little while you're able to completely wreck whole areas with magic, because you can snipe everything from a distance. But you can do pretty much the same thing with a bow if you want to level it up with Titanite shards early on. Alright, before I go up there, I am going to snipe with a bow. Oh, that's right, I also forgot this. Fairly important item to be forgetting. Alright. Olive. Uh-oh. Well, that went well. This guy, you really have to take him out before you get up there. I mean, if you can. If you don't have any ranged attacks, he's a problem because he will buff all of the hollows in the area. Just a huge pain in the butt. So, in my opinion, it's better to get rid of him and eliminate that threat, because this whole area is dangerous either way. Okay, hello, come on down here. Oh, poop. There you go. I will punish you for the sippy sip. Hate this hallway. It's like, these enemies are dumb as dirt, and they're not really all that effective. What can we do to make this harder? Let's just make a whole bunch of them. Uh-oh. Is that it? Are we done? Yeah, okay, we're done. So, if you've never played, over here is where the Gargoyles boss fight is. It's up those ladders. And there's a summon sign for Solaire, which I'm honestly gonna try to take the fight without Solaire first. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm no good at invasions, please. Oh, and I can't. Oh, God. And sure enough. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's lag. There is a bunch of lag. There is like a crap ton of lag. Okay. This is going to be a problem. I mean, hello. I totally cannot do this. Nope. Really, just, I can't even see, yeah, I can't even see half the attacks, so my character staggers back from a shot in midair, and that's fine. Yeah, the lag's really on my side, and in fact, that's, we're working on getting a new ISP. I believe I mentioned that in the first episode, that's the reason why I can't actually stream games for right now, because they just look atrociously bad. But for now, pretty much any invasion is going to go badly for me unless by some miracle there's a decent connection for once. Strangely enough, the guy who I first faced who was cheating, we had a decent connection, so there was no lag making it tougher. It was just every time I scored a hit with an upgraded weapon, it did like 3 points of damage, and so, but I mean, I managed to, even though it was only 3 points of damage, I managed to peck him down through a full health bar, and then he popped a humanity, and it was like, well, there's no way I can win this. I mean, I did make an attempt. I did a war of attrition where I used up all of my health potions, and then I used up all of my humanities, but he had a higher supply of them, and he made things even more difficult because he had like an unlimited supply of poison daggers. So even though I had a shield, I couldn't really do anything. Because this early on in the game, it's not like you have a spider shield which blocks poison. You just have the default shield or the or the leather shield, depending on your class. Oh. Okay. Okay, that went well. Well, at least he can't come back, now that I'm no longer humanitied. But yeah, so I'm not even bitter about losing that fight. The problem is with my connection, and so I mean, parrying becomes impossible because I can't actually see the attack that's coming in. Ah, crap. Timed that badly. I really hate these guys too. I mean, I absolutely hate them. Oh boy, that was really, really not good. Yeah, they can fucking thrust before you can get a swing off, regardless of your weapon type. You got a dagger? Too bad. You got a short sword? Too bad. But anyway, that's pretty much the last enemy for tonight. So I'm going to rescue Lotrick over here. If you were wondering what the mystery key was used for, well, mystery solved. Here he is.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse. Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Carrie. I truly appreciate this. And I guarantee a reward. Only later.
No, don't even really care about that. Just check my inventory. Okay. Well, nope, I failed that. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna give it one more try. Nope. I mean, it was worth a try, but those guys I'm not very good at parrying yet. I can never quite get the timing just right. That's the same reason why I don't like the Balder Knights, because I have a hard time getting the timings right for the parries.
Well, I don't usually need anything.
Yeah, that's not going to happen for a little while. And that's okay. Alright, learn gesture. Hurrah!
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Okay. So, gonna go ahead and repair my equipment. And that's going to be it for tonight's episode. Next time, we'll be facing the gargoyles, the twin gargoyles, and bringing the first bell of summoning. And then from there, probably heading on over to Blighttown through the back door to take on Qualag and ring the second bell and just get those two out of the way right off the bat. So I hope you enjoyed watching this episode, and I'll see you next time.